Okay, I'm going to show you how to make a presentation for these matching exercises. Now, so far we've done 3 of these in class. I do have a grading scale for them. If you and your partner complete 3 together, that will be a D. If you and your partner complete 4 together, that will be a C. If you and your partner complete 5 together, that will be an A. And if you complete 6 or more together with your partner, that will be an A. So 5 is a B, 6 plus is an A. I hope I phrased that right now that I think about it. Anyway, you were making these as 3D models, and then you were converting them into presentation drawings. So what I'm going to have you do with your presentation drawings is put those in a slideshow so that we can kind of look at them as if they were portfolio work to present to a supervisor for a big project. So let's look at what we have in Inventor. Right now I have this presentation drawing open for part 3. And let's see if I have any others open. Here is part 1 as a 3D model. Okay, there's part 1 as a presentation drawing. There's part 3 and part 2. So I do have them all open. That's going to be helpful. So each of these will be a separate slide. Part 1, part 2, and part 3. Note in part 3 how I added the annotations in there. So let me show you how to set this up in slides. I'm going to go to my Start menu on the PC, and I'm going to go to PowerPoint. This is kind of like Google Slides. If you're not familiar with PowerPoint, I believe through Mr. Sparrow's class, you probably have a little bit of an idea of the PowerPoint. So I'm going to start with a title slide, and I'll just call this the matching activity. So I'll type that in as a title. And then for subtitle, I'm going to put my name. This is where you would put your table partner's name as well. And then we're going to go to new slide. It's just a blank slide, so that's fine. That's exactly what we need. I'm going to go back to Inventor, and I'm going to start with part 1, the very first one. And I'm going to show you a accessory tool on the PC. Maybe you've seen it before. It's in all programs. It's in accessories. It's called Snipping Tool. Snipping Tool is kind of like a print screen, but it gives you controls over that. What you see when I open the Snipping Tool is the whole screen kind of fades out. So I'm going to drag my cursor. I'm going to hold and drag over my object. This is for part 1. And I'm trying to get the whole sheet. I'm going to go Edit, Copy. And I'm going to go ahead and minimize my snipping tool. I'm going to go to my PowerPoint. And in my slide here, I'm going to paste what I just copied. So I'm going to go Control V. Now I want to drag out the corners because I want this to fill the page. You remember how we use sheet size A? I want this to look like sheet size A when I drag it out. So if I printed this, it would actually give that image. So here's part 1. And let's see if I can go all the way out to the edges. The reason I want to go all the way out to the edges is I have a border around part 1. And all of our technical drawings that we create need to have a border around them. That makes our drawings presentable. It's kind of like framing in a picture. So there's part 1. I got it dragged to cover the whole sheet. I'm going to do a quick save as so I don't mess things up. So I'm going to save this as. Matching activity PowerPoint is good. And I want to make sure that I'm saving it in my folder. That's kind of essential in case you ever have to work on a different computer other than the one you've been assigned to. If you have it in your shared folder, you can access that from any machine. Now it is saved. I have a good copy of that saved on my folder. I'm going to go New Slide, and now I'm going to go back to Inventor, and I'm going to look for my presentation drawing for Part 2. I'm going to go back to my snipping tool. It has my old snip in there, so I'm going to go File, New Snip. I'm going to drag my cursor around my new snip. It gives you a preview of that. If the preview looks good, I'm going to go Edit, Copy. Minimize my snipping tool. I'm going to go back to my PowerPoint. And here in my new slide, keyboard shortcut for pasting is Control-V. And then I want to drag this out to the edges of my sheet. So please show great care when you get to this point. We want to fill up that whole area. That way it makes a good presentation. I want it to look like a sheet of paper. Okay, that looks good. I'm just going to do a quick File, Save. Now this is kind of different than when you're working on Google Slides because all those Google accessories auto-save. When you're using Microsoft programs, you have to save periodically. A good rule of thumb for that is every 15 minutes because you can lose your work. So I'm going to go New Slide. Let's go back to Inventor. Now I'm on Part 3. This is the one with my annotated dimensions. I'll open up my snipping tool. We'll go File, New Snip, and I will carefully drag a box around that. You want to make sure that you're only getting elements of that sheet. Looks pretty good. I'm going to go Edit, Copy. I'm going to go ahead and close my snipping tool since I don't need it for the rest of this presentation. I'm going to go pop up my PowerPoint, keyboard shortcut Control Paste. I'm going to drag these out. So I want to fill up that page. Please show great care at this point. We want these to look very neat. All right. Control S to save that. So I have 3 slides done so far. Now, like I said, 3 of the 7 is a D, 4 of the 7 is a C, 5 of the 7 is a B, and 6 plus is an A. Let's go back to my title slide here, and let's just do a quick presentation to see what this looks like. So here's my matching activity. There's the first one. There's the second one. There's the third one. And the slideshow so far. So I have a few more to add up there. Hopefully this gives you a good sense of setting up a presentation for these drawings that you've done in this orthographic projection matching activity. Remember, you can do this with your partner. You should share the work. You do half of the drawings, have your partner do the other half. Once you have them converted into presentation drawings, you're going to use the snipping tool to copy and paste them into a PowerPoint. When the PowerPoint is completed, that's something that can be attached to an email and sent to me for a grade. So until next time, good luck.